Welcome back to another 3D comparison video. This will be regarding saving files from SolidWorks as STL intended for 3D printing. So why is this important? It's important that you need to maintain those elements well defined. So for example, over here, if I will just go to File Save, I'm going to go over here for STL. I'm going to call this part 1, and you're going to see over here that we have an options. By default, I'm just going to save it as part 1. And you're going to see that the total number of triangles, since I have this filleted section on the bottom, quite a lot of geometry over there. So this will be defined by 3164 triangles. So I'm just going to click Save, and I will load that within Blender so we can better analyze that. That was part 1. And as you can see, this will be part 1. I can scale this by 1000 times, which will be as following. And now if I will go within statistics, I will see the same face count over here. So as you can see, this is quite well defined. So the circular area is also pretty well defined, but keep in mind that for 3D printing, you may see those lines over here, depending on the additional settings. So within Blender, we can right click shade auto smooth, but 3D printing will not do the same. Now within file save, when we select STL, we also have the possibility to do some changes over here within the settings. So this will be just like within CATIA. This is currently set to custom. We can go over here with fine, and you're going to see that this tolerance will change over here. So fine will actually be 003. I had that set to custom, which actually had a tolerance roughly around 0.03 as well. But I can go even lower. This is the lowest that we can go with custom. Not sure if this was also the one that I initially saved, but we can easily check that by just saving the part. And you're going to see that this is actually the maximum setting over here. So total number of triangles. This is also how I had my SolidWorks set. And I also would recommend you to do the same. We can also go over here, for example, within fine, this will actually take the deviation over here. So it will be with a 0 over here brought in front for the tolerance. And if I will save the part like this, and I will call this part 2, this will actually be defined only by 964 triangles. So that means if I'm going to load that over here, we're going to see that I just need to scale this to match it. And again, we have those parts just like within my video in CATIA. And keep over here in mind that those edges, if you're going to intend this for 3D printing, will most likely be visible when you're going to do that 3D printing. So even though over here I can right click and shade auto smooth, when you are working with STL files and 3D printing, it will actually not do that. And we also have the possibility to go with that even lower. For example, if I will go over here for part 3, I'm gonna name this as following. So I'm just gonna go with coarse. You're gonna see that coarse will just take the deviation all the way to the minimum, just like within custom over here. If I'm gonna move the slider over here on to the left, and this will actually make this even lower, so only 462. And if I will load this within Blender, you're actually gonna see on those elements that are filleted and rounded that it will start to lose details. So we have over here this cutout, and take a look over here how roughly that is being defined. Again, within computer graphics, we can just change the shading over here, but that will also glitch in that to the following over here. This is how that looks like, and this is the one defined by fewer triangles. So the problem over here is that everything that is defined in CAD will be converted within triangles, and you're gonna see that the geometry will be like this. So we have over here a single vertex connected to each of those sections over here on the fillet. And those will actually cause problems. So keep in mind when you are working with STL files from SolidWorks, you need to pay attention to the settings. So for that tools, you can also find the same over here within tools, options, And over here, if you're just gonna type in STL, you're gonna find the same settings. This is for exporting, this is for importing. So when importing, there are additional settings over here. I also have a video regarding that you can find on my channel. But yeah, regarding 3D printing and working with CAD, in this case SolidWorks, you need to pay attention over here to the final resolution. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. You're gonna find a similar video on the left side, and I will also add the subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.